The price of palm oil, or CPO, is very low at the moment. It's about 2,200 ringgit per metric ton. And what is important is Malaysia is losing significant export sales. Yeah. Now we see from MPOC data, it is very clear that, you know, if you do a comparison from January to October this year to January, October last year, we have seen a drop of 540,000 metric ton. That's a lot. Yeah. Now, we know the industry is going through a very challenging time, so we are very disappointed. I mean, Parti Keadilan Rakyat in particular is very disappointed that in protecting the industry, the ministry have decided to cut the budget promotion of palm oil and protecting palm oil by 40%. Now, if you look at the budget this year, they have produced a cut from 2014. There's an anti-palm oil campaign, global anti-palm oil campaign. Now, to fight this anti-palm oil campaign, the government used to spend 16 million a year last year. This year, they've cut down to 10 million. Yeah. The other component inside the budget that promotes palm oil is MPOB. Now, MPOB's budget also cut from last year 25 million to 14.5 million. So, pada puratanya 40%, potongan 40% budget untuk promosi mempertahankan minyak sawit. And this is during the time when the palm oil industry is going through a lot of stress, losing market share and having low prices. Yeah. So the question is, these two combined budget is 24.5 million. It is too little. It is really too little. The industry has an export sales of about 80 billion to 100 billion a year. Yeah. If we take the low end, which is 80 billion, if we take the 80 billion rate, the spending of 24.5 million represent only 0.03% of the total export. Now, what is the proper appropriate rate of spending for promotion and defending palm oil? If we look at the US, in particular USDA, US Department of Agriculture, they have a total sales in 2013, these are the latest numbers, 144 billion US dollar, and they spend 1.3 billion promoting and defending their produce, whether they're selling beef, corn, you know, soya, anything. So globally, most countries will spend about 1% to protect their exports for agriculture produce. So by right, if we have 80 billion export a year, the government should be spending 800 million a year. Why are they spending 24.5 million? 24.5 million, which is a 40% reduction from last year, during a very difficult time for the palm oil industry. Yeah. So the last point I want to make is this: the palm oil industry pay a lot of tax to the country. They pay close to 10 to 15 billion a year. They don't only pay corporate tax; all corporations have to pay. They have to pay windfall tax of 15%. Yeah. So 24.5 billion is just not fair to the industry. We ask the ministry to really focus how to help this very, very important industry to come up again, how to, you know, fight the anti-palm oil campaign, how to give the palm oil people a chance to promote and increase revenue for the country, increase it to 200 million a year. I think that's an appropriate amount to start with, and over time perhaps they can increase to somewhere close to 1%.